I think either last year or year before last. I don't know exactly when, but I do know that I had been making videos uh, warning anybody that would listen that these people were going to come out with another pandemic. And I say pandemic because I believe from the bottom of my heart that the first one was planned. In 2015, Bill Gates, I guess it was a TED talk or something like that, but he was saying that there is going to come a virus that was going to probably kill more than 10 million people. Okay, now, if I'm correct, Bill Gates started off in what, Microsoft? How is it that all of a sudden now he's an expert in the medical field? How is that? On vaccines. How is that? And if you do your research on him, he believes in depopulation. He has always believed in that. From a young age, he's always talked about depopulation. Most of those elites, so they call themselves elites, wealthy people, they always believed in depopulation. You know, they always believed there's just too many people on the earth. Just, they're the ones that's causing all the germs. And he made a video saying that, you know, if we can kind of, you know, get the vaccines, do a better job on vaccines, and you can get the population growth down. He's in a video saying that. And here now, they just wrapped up a meeting, the World Economic Forum. They have these meetings every year. And they had a meeting in Davos, Switzerland, I believe it is. And I got a video attached to this post of Bill Gates talking about his how much he's invested, the Bill Gates Foundation, how much he has invested in life-saving technology. Okay, now again, this is coming from the guy that believes in depopulation. There's an article, and it's from the Gates Foundation. This was written January 15th, 2024. And the title is Amidst Ongoing Global Crisis, Gates Foundation Announces Largest Annual Budget Ever, $8.6 billion in 2024 to save and improve lives. Okay, he cares so much about us that he's going to invest $8.6 billion in 2024 to save and improve lives. He's so concerned about the people, right? And just like I said, I believe that first one was planned. In 2015, he said it was going to be one. He said it was going to be one. And they had an event called Event 201 where they gave a simulation of what it would be like if it was one. And then a year later, then it happened. These people play these kind of games because they make money. Bill Gates see that it's money to be made in making these vaccines. And now, I think I made a video last year, I believe, where they were coming out with this patch. They've been working on this patch. And a video attached to this post is him talking at the Davos meeting saying that the next, they're already preparing for another pandemic. So he's saying the next one, it won't be, the vaccines with a needle. They're coming out with a patch. This is part of this budget, this 8.6 billion. So they already preparing the people for another pandemic. You can best believe if he has invested 8.6 billion, then they're gonna come up with something in order to spend that money on. So they already making these patches where people go. I think they got one for people who's on diabetics. They saying they're gonna make it quick and easier for those like elderly people, babies who don't like to take the needles, or maybe they forget to take their meds. All they need to do is just get this patch and stick on them. Some of these patches, like I say, is for your diabetes. Some of them can be for your measles. But these little patches look like a little Band-Aid. It's got over 600 needles in the little Band-Aid. And you just get it and you stick it on you. And you hold it down for like maybe a minute or two. And then it dissolves in your skin and you take it off. And you have been vaccinated. And I'm not sure if you have to get different patches for different diseases, or if they're gonna include within one patch. Say if you are a diabetic, you want your flu vaccine, you take any other meds, and it's all in one patch. I'm not sure exactly, but they invest in a lot of money. And he said in the video that the next thing that come out is the patch. It says in the article, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation today announced its largest annual budget to date as it works towards the goal of a healthier, more prosperous world for all. With global health budgets in decline overall, a portion of the additional funding will go toward advancing global health innovations that will save and improve the lives of some of the world's most vulnerable people, including newborn babies and pregnant mothers in low-income communities. So guess who's going to be the lab rats? The most vulnerable people, the elderly, people who can't, take care of themselves. They're going to experiment on them. And they say this includes the newborn babies and pregnant mothers living in low-income communities. These people are getting ready for this next pandemic. They're getting ready for it. And while, again, like I tell y'all all the time, y'all so distracted. I don't even know if most of y'all are even paying attention to any of the things that these people are saying. They've been preparing for another pandemic. I said they was going to come out with another one a while back. But here recently, they've been on the news talking about this disease X. And they're saying it's not a matter of if it's coming. They say it's a matter of when. And I think they said this disease could kill like up to 50 million people. I mean, like, how do they know? You see what I'm saying? Like, how did Bill Gates know that it was going to be a pandemic that would come out that would kill close to 10 million people? I think what it killed, like 7 million or more. I mean, who's really counting like that as far as accuracy? So how did he know in 2015 that in 2019 that there would be one? These people are planning these things. And I think they really just getting people used to receiving something in their skin. Because according to the book of Revelation, the mark will be received in the right hand or in the forehead. So they're getting people kind of used to it. And see, right, with this patch, this is going to target the people who are lazy, people who don't like needles, and people who just say, well, they ain't gonna stop bothering us about this stuff, and I ain't gonna lose my job over it. So they say they can just mail me the patch, and all I have to do is put it on, and I got it. And see, once they mail it out to you, just like they do those COVID tests, I tell them I don't want you mailing me nothing. I don't have a COVID test. Don't want one. Don't need. I don't even need my name on your registry saying that I have one. So pretty soon, I believe with these patches, they're going to tell people that you can have your patch mailed out to you. So they're going to know who all have these patches. And I believe because in one of his videos, Bill Gates in the Davos meeting in 2020 here recently in Switzerland, he has this little gun. I guess it's like an X-ray gun where you can wave over. And he said he was speaking about women who are pregnant and they will know whether they would need a C-section or not. Wow. But I believe that same little raised X-ray gun can be used to tell if you have received that that patch, because it's an entry point wherever you put it at. I believe they can probably scan you to see if you have that stuff in you. So just like the mark, they'll be able to scan to see if you have it. So they just kind of like I think this patch is getting closer and closer to whatever the mark will be. Now they went from the needle, now they're going to the patch. Well, the book of Revelation said that he calls it all, which is the false prophet. He calls it, which is the second beast in Revelation. The Antichrist is the first beast. It says the second beast, which is the false prophet, he causes all to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So when you watch this video about this patch, it's got like 600 little needles, and it's the size of a Band-Aid, real small. And you just press it into your skin. And I do believe that that's going to leave a mark. I'm not saying that's going to be the mark of the beast, but I'm saying I think it's kind of getting people to that point. They're getting us, well, getting whoever going to be left behind, whoever missed the rapture, is getting people closer and closer to receiving the mark, because it's going to be similar to this patch. And just like I'm a 60s baby, so I guess anybody from, I don't know if the 70s babies have that little that vaccine that we took in school, where they it's on our arm. I think it's on my right shoulder. It's like on our shoulder. And if you look at it, it's like round, and you can see like little holes in it. I believe that's what that this new patch is going to be like, because it's like, they say it's like 600 little needles. And the height of the needles, they say, is like the height of a piece of paper. So it's like real small, real small. And it's 600 little needles going into your arm. So I do believe, and they say they say what it does, it dissolves. And I do believe it's going to leave a mark. And I believe that once they get to the point where people have to receive a mark in order to buy or sell or go to work or receive any funds, when they get to the point, who knows what that mark may be? It may come in the form of a patch that leaves a mark. Who knows? But I do know this, that we're getting closer to that time. And I just don't think that they're going to just write out, tell you, okay, this is the mark of the beast. No, it's going to come along so smooth. And I said before that the way that the whole picture of the pandemic is a perfect picture of exactly how it's going to be when it comes time to receive the mark. A lot of people uh, um, lost their jobs because they refused to take the vaccine. A lot of people, you couldn't go in certain restaurants. You had to have, some people, they couldn't travel without it. I think that's the perfect picture of what it's going to be like when it comes time for people to receive that mark. I don't even know if they're going to call it, well, I don't believe they'll call it the mark of the beast. But the word of God is calling it the mark of the beast. It's something that you must receive in your right hand or in your forehead. And I believe this patch is getting closer to what it's going to be like. So it's kind of getting people familiar, getting you used to receiving something like that. So say right now, say for instance, they're using this patch. They say, like Bill Gates said, they're getting rid of the needles and they moving on to a patch. Say this same patch, they say, okay, now you all, I don't know if you all aware of the fact that they trying to go to I think it's CDBC's, a digital currency, where they can scan just like what they do with your cards, where you can tap your card or something like that. Now, in certain places, they got where people can use their palms. So I don't know in the near future if the way that you go into grocery stores or the way you would be able to spend your money is they're going to give you something like a patch. It'll be similar to the same thing that you receive through your vaccines. So they're going to do it so smooth that they'll probably say, now, you know how you take your vaccines with your patch? Okay, the new monetary system is basically the same thing. And most people are going to be like, really? So all I got to do is get a little patch and that's all I got to do. And I can just scan and go to certain places. And a lot of people are going to fall for it because it's going to be convenient. And number one, it's going to be the only way that you can buy or sell, according to Revelation. You won't be able to function in society without it. But they're going to get people so used to it, just like with these patches now that they're coming out with, says Mr. Bill Gates. He said, we getting rid of vaccines. The next thing that people are going to take for this new pandemic, it will be a patch. So people are going to be so used to getting the patch that they're going to say, hey, the new monetary system is similar to your little vaccine patch, but you're going to receive this in your right hand or in your forehead. And people are going to go for it. They ain't going to just come out and say, you got to receive the mark of the beast. No, they're going to make it, it's going to be something that you're familiar with. And you're going to just flow right with it. This thing is getting serious. Again, I don't even know if people have been paying attention to the fact that, and they don't put it on the news that often. I haven't really been seeing it on the local news. Like I kind of watched like some of these YouTube news stations or whatever, and they'll talk about disease X. And some of these other programs, when I'm doing my research, I hear them talking about disease X. But I haven't really been hearing them say anything about disease X on the local news. So a lot of people probably hadn't even heard or listened to. You got a lot of people don't even watch the news. But they have been talking about it. And most people who are distracted, they haven't even been paying attention to it. It's going to slip up. It's going to slip. Just like this new pandemic going to slip up on people. They're going to slip up on people with that, with this patch. And they're going to say, well, hey, this is a new convenient way. You don't have to go to your local doctors. You don't have to get in line like at these clinics. And, some of these churches was using their parking lots for people to come and get vaccines. They're going to say, no, it's a very easy, simple way We can mail you out your vaccines, and you can just get it and you put it on, and boom, you're vaccinated. And a lot of people gonna fall for it. A lot of people gonna fall for it. And I believe, I don't know how, but they're gonna know who all has had that thing. Whether they're gonna use that scanner thing to find out if you received it, or they can look on your ID or something. They're gonna find out a way to track the people who have received it in the mail, because they say you don't even have to go to your doctor to get it. And I think a lot of people are gonna receive it through the mail. And they'll be able to keep track, just like they've tracked how many people have received those COVID tests things. They know who got them things. That's why I've never wanted one. They've always come out, you want us to send you out some COVID tests? No, I don't want that. I don't even know what them tests look like. So they're gonna know who all had who all got the patches, and they're gonna be trying to tell people, get your patches. People are dying from disease X. I don't know if they're gonna. I believe that it's probably gonna be another bioweapon, because they talking about it could kill up to 50 million people. So they're saying it's gonna be 20 times worse than COVID-19. So I believe that it could possibly be a bio. And then again, I believe that the people who have already took them other vaccines, I think it's something that's inside of it that's going to cause your immune system to be so weak that it's going to be easy for you to catch this disease X. That's why a lot of people that took that vaccine, they be getting sick quick. They keep getting COVID back to back, because their immune system weak. That vaccine weakened their immune system. So I think a lot of people that took the vaccines, they're going to be vulnerable to this so-called disease X. So I believe they could possibly do a bioweapon and spray something, or do whatever they're going to do. However they got COVID out, I think they're going to do it again. And they say it's going to be 20 times worse. And when people start getting sick and they say we can just mail you out your vaccine, people gonna fall for it. You ain't got to go to the doctors. I don't know if people notice. You notice that it's been a shortage of doctors? I think these doctors know what's coming up. They done changed my primary since 2022. I done had 2 primaries. 2 of them done left already. My last one just left last week, so I got to get another one. I think a lot of these doctors, they're making them probably take that stuff. So I'm like, I guess some of them saying, no, we're not going to take it. And then they have to lose their jobs. But it's time to start paying attention to what's going on. They dead serious about this disease X. This man ain't spending no $8.6 billion for nothing. He's investing in this. He's expecting a return on his investment. Talking about to save and improve lives. That man could care less about lives. This is Mr. Depopulation himself. And again, as I always say, your only hope from what's coming is to be in Christ Jesus. Because these people got some evil plans. Y'all just don't even know. Every time they have these meetings, these World Economic Forum meetings, and these they just had COP28 meeting they just had in December. Every time they have these meetings, they making plans on how they can so-called improve the world. But no, they trying to get rid of people. Agenda 2030. and people aren't paying attention. So again, your only hope is Christ Jesus. Because pretty soon, you ain't going to be able to tell them people, well, no, thank you. I don't want the patch. And they're going to say, no. It's not that you don't want it. You have to get it if you want to keep your job. It's required. You must have the patch. Y'all better come in. Y'all better come in. I'm pretty sure whoever listens to this video, you all probably don't even know what I'm talking about. You probably haven't even heard anything about a disease X or a patch. And these people are talking about it. They openly talking about it. They don't even hide anymore. So y'all better come in. Give your lives to Christ. And that means a relationship with him. Not just lip service, but an intimate relationship with him where you are living holy. A lifestyle that he's pleased with. That's the only way you're going to be saved from what's to come. Y'all take care.